Coming up next on this edition of In the City, another new year means another dip into the frigid waters at SportsCom. Murfreesboro City School students visited MTSU to cheer on the Lady Raiders for a second year in a row. We get a sneak peek at the new Murfreesboro City School being constructed off Veterans Parkway. Do you use Linebaugh Library? If so, they want to hear from you. All this and more coming up on this edition of In the City. Hi, and welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Vinny Black. The new year got off to a very chilly start, but you didn't need to tell that to the people who showed up at the outdoor pool at SportsCom on January 4th.
This year was the 12th annual Polar Bear Plunge held at SportsCom's outdoor pool. This year, the Arctic Fun Run was added, which was a 1.8-mile run near McKnight Park. 26 runners braved the 30-degree temperature to get a good run in at 9 a.m. before the Polar Bear Plunge at 10 a.m. The group was led by Spencer Carpenter on a bike, and all runners got a polar bear ornament after finishing. Another new attraction this year was the Paws of Rutherford County adoption truck with various animals available for adoption.
Today we're here at the SportsCom from Rutherford County Paws. We've got animals up for adoption. These are just some of the animals that we have available at the shelter. We are a county shelter, so these are just some of the owner surrenders and strays that we've had either brought in or picked up. Actually, whenever you adopt an animal, you save two lives. You adopt the animal that you want, and then you open up a cage space for an additional animal that comes in that we may not have cage space for.
As people filed into SportsCom, they brought non-perishable food for Greenhouse Ministries. 420 pounds of food was donated. SportsCom superintendent and the only person that has jumped in the Polar Bear Plunge every year, Bart Fight, talked about the event.
What it is, it kicks off the new year. Everybody looks forward to it. Why don't people do it? Hey, something to do, kick off the New Year's. You get out, say, well, what have I accomplished? You really don't know, but it's a fun thing to do. And I've jumped every year, believe it or not, and about this time every year I get up and say, I don't know if I can do it again, but I'm planning on doing it again, so we'll see once we get out there.
Inside the gymnasium, the mood was festive, and we talked to a few jumpers to see what their thoughts were before the plunge.
It's just a great celebration of life. You get to come out, you be with everybody, everybody's festive, having a good time, enjoying just all our blessings. We're able to do this, helping make the community better, so it's just win, win, win all the way around.
No, the real reason is insanity.
I just kind of do it for the fun.
It's my birthday, and I really want to have lots of fun.
This is the first time Iron Man has jumped this year, but Tony Stark has been jumping for 2 or 3 other years in the past, I think. Peter Parker is a jumping enthusiast.
I felt that I didn't want to do it no more, but then I was like, you know, I want to do it still because it's water and I love water. So I'm going to jump.
You know, we have 400 or 500 people come out. We have food donated for Greenhouse Ministries, which is a great cause. And we added a run this year. We had 26 people to get up this morning early and do the run, which we want to make an annual event. And they're here to plunge as well.
I think it's my 7th year. This will be my 7th year. So this is the first year I talked my sister-in-law into doing it.
She knows I'm adventurous, so she thought I might as well give it a shot.
I'm jumping in and out. I'm not about to stay in that water.
After the national anthem was played by the Parks and Recreation's own Thomas Laird on a harmonica and the adult and kid costume contests, it was time to jump.
it's cold outside, I simply must go.
But baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
Baby, it's cold outside. Ooh,
But
baby,
it's cold outside.
Was it warm?
No! It's freezing!
In the classroom, Murfreesboro City School students can be found listening quietly with their pencil to paper or nose in a book. But during their second annual trip to MTSU, none of that was going on. In case you're wondering, here's what 7,000 plus elementary schoolers sound like. Not too bad, right? For the second year in a row, Murfreesboro City Schools has partnered with MTSU to pack the Murphy Center in order to give students an unforgettable experience. An experience that includes some students' first, and hopefully not their last, trip to a college campus. At the day's main event, the Lady Raiders beat the Kennesaw State Owls 68-32, much to the delight of the crowd. After 2 years of dancing, shouting, and great basketball, Murfreesboro City Schools has solidified a partnership that will rock the Murphy Center for years to come. The Lady Raiders also won last year's Murfreesboro City School game by over 30 points. I think these kids are good luck. Murfreesboro City Schools is building its 13th school in the western part of Murfreesboro. Overall Creek Elementary is set to open for the next school year. We tagged along for an exclusive tour of the progress.
The newest Murfreesboro City School that is under construction in the western part of Rutherford County is Overall Creek Elementary. The school is set to open for the 2014-2015 school year. We recently got a tour of the school to see how progress is coming.
Good so far. We've made a lot of progress. We started our foundation work back in August, and immediately following foundations we start on our masonry walls, pouring our floor slabs, setting our structural steel for the second floor, doing our precast. We're in the process now of putting the light gauge roof trusses on the back two classroom wings, working from the back of the building to the front of the building. Our site work, even on a muddy day like today, we continue on with our geothermal work, which involves drilling wells 300 foot deep. There's several of those for the heating and cooling.
Coming out here today is the first time I've been out here to walk the new building, and it's been fun splashing through the mud and seeing the construction. It makes it real. You know, I've been talking about being a principal, but now it's real, so I'm very excited about it. The size of the building it will hold the same amount of students, or similar amount of students, but the two-story complex makes it a lot smaller footprint, a little easier to manage, and creates different learning environments that are different than when you have the big spread-out schools. And being on the creek, we're going to utilize that as nature and science studies, and we're looking forward to that. It's not a running creek all the time, but when we get a little bit of rain, we'll be able to see erosion and animals and all those exciting things that elementary students like. I actually will be going to the central office January 6th to start all the behind the scenes things that are part of opening a school. Looking at staffing, we're really not going to be looking at staffing till late spring because we're not sure about how many students are going to be attending. There's projections, but there's so many children that have the option that we don't really know how many students. When we've opened schools in a building, we've added teachers, right at the first day of school. So sometimes we do the best we can, but then we just have to be flexible and be ready to go with whatever's presented to us.
We're on schedule presently and don't anticipate varying from that, and we'll have the school completed this summer and kids will be in here before we know it.
Really excited to open this school. I think a lot of administrators in their career, there's not that many schools that open, and to be selected I'm honored to be selected by Murfreesboro City Schools to open Overall Creek. I'm kind of an outdoor kind of guy, so my family, we camp a lot, so being part of Overall Creek and being able to expand on that is very exciting, and being out here today makes it real. You know, we've been talking about it, but right now it's real seeing this building, so it's been a great tour.
Many trips to the library nowadays don't even include cracking open a book. If you use Linebaugh Library's technology, then they need you for a survey that will make your experience that much better.
Linebaugh Library is asking for 10 minutes of your time. 10 minutes now will help them help you for years ahead. From January 8th to February 4th, you'll have the opportunity to take a quick survey.
The survey itself is basically a multiple choice survey, and it's very simple to use. Like I said, it only takes 10 to 15 minutes to take it. The way it's designed is if you answer some questions a certain way, you skip to another portion of the survey, so you might not have to answer all 79 questions. And I think at the end there's also a place where you can add additional comments.
Okay, enough mystery. What's the survey asking?
How the patrons use the technology at the library and how it impacts their lives. And the ultimate goal is to find out exactly what we need to do in order to keep pace with that technology to be able to provide the patrons the technology experience that keeps us at least even or ahead of what technology offers.
If you use the library's technology for research, they want to know. If you use it for career searching, they want to know. Even if you just log on to connect with your family through Facebook, the library wants to know.
We ask that people be honest about it because that's the only way we're going to really find out what we really need to do or what, how we're going to proceed with our future plans and how we can best utilize the funds that we have available.
By taking the survey, ultimately, you're benefiting yourself.
We do our best to keep up with technology here, but you don't always know exactly what, we offer a certain product and the people that come in here use that product, but we don't always know exactly what we could add to that product to make it more meaningful to the people, and this survey will certainly help us do that.
And the folks at Linebaugh want you to understand how easy it is to take.
So you can take it from any location that you have access to a computer. It can be done from a laptop. It could, if you want to, you could do it from your phone if you've got access to the internet. Once you're on our website, the link is going to be on the website, and it'll be so you can understand exactly what it is, and you'll be able to go to from that link directly to the survey itself.
For more information, visit linebaugh.org or call them at 615-893-4131. Linebaugh Library will be entering everyone who responds to the survey into a prize drawing to thank you for your time. Is January the month you decide to get healthy? Better health is probably the most common goal people set for the new year. Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation wants to help with your goals by offering a variety of ways to get you moving and keep you on track well past January. The Wilderness Station at Barfield Park is hosting backwood trail hikes every Thursday in January at 10 a.m. Patterson Park will begin sign-ups for their Adult Men's Basketball League starting January 15th through February 15th. They also will be hosting a free health fair January 25th. Sportscom wants your digits, health digits that is. They'll be recording body weight, body mass, and waist measurements for gym goers January 13th through 17th. In the month of January, you can get 25% off monthly and yearly passes to Patterson Park and Sportscom. Spring soccer sign-ups for all ages will be running through February 1st. And as always, both Patterson Park and Sportscom offer a huge variety of fitness classes that will help you reach your health goals, whatever they may be. Another Parks and Recreation program starting this month will give you just the jolt you need to get up and go. Sign-ups for the Coffee Marathon are underway, and you'll have until March 29th to finish all 7 rounds. Sportscom has brewed up an idea to keep you warm, fit, and energized throughout the cold winter months.
Today we're talking about the Coffee Marathon, and it is a program that we're going to go through 7 different coffee shops. I guess technically it's 6 coffee shops that are locally owned, and then the 7th is the Sportscom. Each coffee shop will have its own little running route. All those routes will add up to 26.2 miles. So you go to the Sportscom and register. It's $25 to register, and you'll get a passport. That passport will have on there all coffee stops, coffee shops, and you'll go do your route, go back to the coffee shop, they'll sign it.
Some routes will take you through the heart of historic downtown Murfreesboro, while others will guide you along the Greenway. So each route has something unique to offer you.
Each route is a little bit different. Our longest route is from Paul Bunk's, and that is 5.2 miles. The Sportscom route is 4.6, and then I have to admit the other 4 are in there somewhere. I think our smallest route is 2 miles, and that's the Tiny Tea Factory. Once you bring your passport in with all the signatures on it, all 7 routes, then we'll trade that in for a coffee cup.
And to go along with your local coffee, the coffee cups are local too.
The Red Oak Pottery, how we found that. Bill is in some of my classes, and he leads our rides on Tuesdays during the summer. And he came up to me and he said, you're doing this coffee marathon. What are you going to give them at the end? It's just an old T-shirt. And I said, well, no, I wanted to do something else. I think I might give them coffee cups.
And a lot goes into making these cups, as Miss Joins learned by trying her hand at the craft. Turning a hunk of clay into a beautiful mug isn't as easy as it looks. But here's the end result.
This is one of the mugs that you could possibly earn after you've done all 7 routes for the Coffee Marathon.
So grab your local coffee, pour it into a locally made mug, and run your local routes to stay healthy and warm all winter long. Sign-ups for the Coffee Marathon are underway, and you'll have until March 29th to finish all 7 routes. The Murfreesboro Police Department is rolling out a new unit that will help make our streets safer.
We've all seen aggressive drivers before. They speed, cut you off, tailgate, or do anything that would increase the risk of a road accident. The Murfreesboro Police Department is well aware of these drivers and has created a new unit to deal with these aggressive drivers.
The Murfreesboro Police Department purchased several police Ford Interceptors in a street appearance package. So in other words, they look like any other model of car. The paint and style looks like anything else you'd see on the road. The only difference is the driver is actually a Murfreesboro police officer in uniform who's out looking for signs of aggressive driving, which includes speeding, following too closely, texting, talking on the phone, causing you to weave in and out of traffic, and noise violations, which are both a safety issue and a quality of life issue.
One of the officers assigned to this aggressive driving unit talks about what his focus will be.
When I started out, I was basically a base patrol officer, answering domestics, thefts. And as a police officer, you eventually find your niche in what you like to do. And my niche is traffic. I really enjoy working traffic on a daily basis. I was selected to be a member of what's going to be called the aggressive driving unit. This unit is designed to deal with violations that injure people.
The MPD believes to gain control of a situation is to be proactive, and that's exactly what this unit will do.
We've got a multi-pronged approach from our impact unit, the automated traffic enforcement unit, motorcycles, and now we add one more tool to that toolbox, which is our aggressive driving unit. And so being proactive in trying to reduce the number of crashes in Murfreesboro is very important to us, and this is just one of our tools we're going to use to do that.
Chief Crispin is giving us this opportunity that has been in the works for many, many years, and I feel very excited and fortunate to be a founding member of this unit and to get it off the ground. Our job ultimately is to make this city safer for not only our citizens, but our many, many visitors on a daily basis.
Officers are beginning to specialize a little bit more. We have officers who are experts in traffic accident investigation. We have several that are directed patrol, so they look for crime problems. We have others that are neighborhood patrol, business patrol, robbery prevention, and in this case we have several officers that are going to be dedicated toward reducing aggressive driving. And citizens should feel good about this investment, this initiative. These officers are going to be out here making your street safer, our streets safer for everyone who would travel Murfreesboro roadways.
Patsy Smith, a 20-year veteran of the city of Murfreesboro, retired on the last day of 2013. Smith served as the executive aide for 3 different mayors and 2 city managers. Patsy was known as a class act and a faithful worker to the city of Murfreesboro. She said she looks forward to spending more time with her family. She'll be dearly missed, and we wish her the best in her retirement. The City of Murfreesboro STARS program stands for Succeed Through Attitudes Reflecting Service Excellence. December's winner was Raymond Hillis, superintendent of the Streets Division. He was recognized for his excellent leadership since being appointed superintendent this past July. Hillis had this to say upon receiving his award.
Just so excited about what we're doing. You know, it's I'm fortunate to be born in such a wonderful town or city that we live in, and being born and raised here, and having the support of my wonderful family, and having the opportunity. And just like Rob said, I'm a little old-fashioned in the fact that I believe if you work hard and do what you're supposed to do, then good things happen.
All the way back in November of 2013. I know, it seems like forever ago. Our STARS Award winner was Ebony Phillips. She's worked for the Parks and Recreation Department for 12 years. In her time there, Phillips has been complimented on her friendly attitude and effort to make patrons happy.
Okay, well, first I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. I am beyond honored to accept this award. It means so, so much to me. I go to work every day, and my goal is to make the people happy. And that's what I do. And if I haven't done that, then my job is not done. And so that's why I'm just so honored to receive this award.
To nominate a city employee for this award, visit murfreesborotn.gov/stars. If you're still hanging on to those live Christmas trees and garland, why not recycle them? They can be dropped off at 2 locations. Cannonsburg, located at 312 South Front Street, until January 18th, and the Murfreesboro Public Works Facility, located at 4765 Florence Road. They'll be taking trees on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 6 a.m. to 3:55 p.m. If you can't drop them off, the Solid Waste Department will be picking up live Christmas trees and garland for Murfreesboro residences with their normal brush pickup routes. Remember that they cannot accept any trees that have ornaments, tinsel, lighting, wire, or any other accessories still on them. Also, flock trees cannot be accepted. Your old trees and garland will be chipped and used as mulch by Murfreesboro residents. Call it hands-on learning, call it classroom innovation, call it whatever you want. This classroom project just looks fun.
We recently traveled out to Scales Elementary to experience research projects that the 3rd grade students are doing on habitats. Not only are they writing papers and doing poster boards on the subject, but as we found out, they're getting to experience the habitats firsthand.
Well, our 3rd grade team decided to do a full integration unit and have the students create a research project based on a habitat. So each teacher paired with another teacher, and so there's 8 teachers, so there's 4 actual habitats. And so the students with that habitat had to pick something to research. So they researched a topic in a group of 4 or 5, so they weren't by themselves. And then they had to write a research paper with an introductory paragraph and concluding paragraph, because that's part of the 3rd grade Common Core standards. And then they had to take that paper, type it, and then they had to create a poster to represent the main idea and details of that paper. Then they had to come up with a speech that would represent their poster to give to the whole school, because the whole school gets to tour the habitat.
The day we visited, students from other grades came to the 3rd grade wing of the school. They first met with the 3rd grade students where they would talk about their specific habitat they did research on. They would explain things and answer any questions students had. They learned about all 4 habitats that 3rd graders studied: the desert, the swamp, the rainforest, and the cave. After they learned about the habitats, they got to actually tour the habitat that teachers, students, and parent volunteers had created in classrooms. The habitats were made with great visuals and sound effects. In the desert habitat, they increased the air temperature of the room where it felt noticeably warmer.
We changed our rooms. This is a regular classroom, and as you can hear the sounds and look around, we changed it into that habitat. So, for example, I had the rainforest. My students researched the rainforest, so we changed this whole room into a rainforest. So they get to walk through and see the different levels of the rainforest, and they get to see the actual things they were reporting on, made for them. My actual students are presenting all day for 2 days with like a break for lunch in special areas, so that all the kids in the school get to experience the habitats.
When the kids toured the habitats, the teachers would ask them questions from the information provided earlier by 3rd graders with the posters. The kids answered the questions and seemed very engaged with the subject matter.
Yes, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it because the kids, they're excited. They get to see, they've been researching the understory. Or here in the canopy, they get to see the canopy, and we tried to make it lighter like it is in the rainforest. And as down the hall, we have a desert. And so they get to compare, the environment of our rainforest, the habitat, to a desert. And then we have a swamp across the hall, and then we have a cave, which is totally different. So it's neat. They get to actually experience what they've been researching, and they get to compare it to other habitats.
Monday, January 20th, in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, all Murfreesboro City offices, recreational facilities, and St. Clair Senior Center will be closed. The Rover Public Transportation Service will not run, but for those of you looking to get out, the Old Fort and VA golf courses will be open. There will be no garbage pickup that Monday, but don't worry one bit. Monday's garbage pickup will be Tuesday, and Tuesday's garbage pickup will be Wednesday. That's it for this edition of In the City. For more information about the City of Murfreesboro, head over to the city's website at murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to watch a specific story you've seen today or catch some of the latest city news, visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.